this is the Papered Chef here. I'm so excited. I just got back from OnStage. I really want to thank you for your support. I want to share some goodies from fellow team members and swaps from cards that I created. I mean, I didn't create the swaps. I mean, swaps that I traded from the cards I created. Pillow gifts, sneak peeks of products from a future catalog, and more. Much, much more in this video. So what I wanted to do is just kind of show you within this catalog, or this is our mini catalog, good until December, actually the beginning of January. Let's see, January 4th. This catalog is good till, here's my Stampin' Up store. If you like something, what I'm showing you, except for the sneak peeks, they're all going to be current products. Now this catalog goes till next May, April, or is it the beginning of May? May 1st, 2023. So there's annual catalog products too. So I'm going to be sharing the pages that these swaps came from, or when someone made a swap and I could look it up. If I could figure out where it came from, I'm going to share some information about those products. Okay. So I am so excited. Please say hello when you're here. I'm going to tell you a little bit about OnStage as I go along, how the swaps worked, what the event's about. I'm going to be chatting. This is casual, and it's going to be done in many parts. It's really an embarrassment of riches here. I'm just so excited to share all the different goodies. But also I'm sharing some things that I'm going to be sending to another team member. With the help of some of our team, we have some goodies for someone who couldn't make it to the event, which I'll get to. So let me go ahead and start by showing you something from the mini catalog. Now, what is a swap? A swap is when I create a card, and I have inside this catalog the card I created. When I create a card, I would walk up to someone in this event called OnStage. I attended the OnStage event in Jacksonville. It's put on by the company Stampin' Up, of which I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in the U.S. You can see I've kind of lost my voice from all the screaming and excitement. When you walk up to someone, it's like trading a business card, but we trade cards. And you'll say, are you swapping? And so here's a 3D swap. It doesn't matter if you have a 3D or not. Someone will swap you something for a card. I mostly made cards, but I did make a few 3Ds. So for these two, made by different people, they're going to be using the candy cane bundle from inside here. It's like on page, here we go. It's like right here on page 10. So it's called the Sweet Candy Canes Bundle. And I'm going to save these sticky notes to use them again for later. So as you can see, there's this little sentiment on here. And it says, candy cane wishes and mistletoe kisses. And so that's what's on this candy cane, along with, I believe this is poppy braid ribbon. And there's this cute little jingle bell trinket and some little rhinestones, some red rhinestones. So it's a great way, and you could take a tag, and use either a hole punch or use a tag that's created for that. Oh, this one's created for that, for example. This one is created for a candy cane. And that's a great way to jazz up a candy cane. Not only that, this is a great thing to sell at craft fairs because people love to give things in stocking stuffers, etc. And you could, I would probably package this, for example. Everyone's always asking me about craft fairs. I would say, I would sell this for $3 because, look at how much ribbon's on there. You have to purchase the bag. Now, don't forget about all the things you're purchasing. Trinkets, rhinestones, ink, paper, candy cane, poppy braid ribbon, bags, and your time. Of course, don't ever forget about your time. So I would sell this for $3 and maybe 2 for $5. But in the past, I have had little M&M sleeves, and when I used retired paper with those, I would go down to like $1 for like an M&M thing. But this one, since it's not retired and these are current products, I probably would charge about $3 and 2 for $5. I don't know the person who made this. They didn't put their name on it. Yeah, you could tell my voice is hoarse sounding, right? I know, I already say. Oh, I have a funny story about that. So I was in Jacksonville, and I was out in the hallway, and somebody came up to me. Well, it happened like 5 times, not just once. Oh, I recognize your voice. Do I know you? And I said, I'm the Papered Chef. And they say, oh, I watch your channel. But see, I don't show my face that much on my channel. And then they're like, I know you. And I'm like, I'm Kimberly Smith. I'm the Papered Chef. It was so funny. They're like, I know you. They recognize me by my voice in the hallway. I guess I'm pretty loud out in the hallway. Let's see what this one is. This is also made with that same stamp, Candy Cane Wishes and Mistletoe Kisses. And it looks like, garden green ribbon. I'm liking this die. I'm liking the candy cane lane, this paper here, which I believe is on the next page because it's part of a sort of a mega suite. And let's see, we have garden green paper. And I really like when they put the white inside. That's just like when I do my swap, I really like to put the white piece inside there, unless I'm doing an easel card, which I did this time. All right, and it was by Evelyn Klein, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Okay, so she's the one who designed this beautiful card here. So I want to put everything back in the bags because what happens is I like to give credit and everything. And I like to put everything back in the bags so I know where it came from. All right, so while I'm on this page, let me just show you the paper. This Candy Cane Lane paper, and then I'm going to go back to that banner one. Oh, I thought it was on, where is it then? Maybe it's the page before. Here you go. So this is the Sweetest Christmas Suite. Sweetest Christmas Suite. And you can see there's the candy canes, and this is this is called, when you see this candy cane like this, and I said the label, it is called casing from the catalog. So this is case, meaning the word case is like copy and share everything. So this is the candy cane project, and there's some ribbon. She used different ribbon, of course, and put her own touches on it. Like, again, I'm not sure who this one was from, and this one was from Evelyn Klein. And there's the paper, Sweet Christmas. And now the banners are part of the suite as well. So let me show you something made with these banners. And the reason I have two of them is because when Kathy and I, she's a friend of mine, she might come on this live soon. When she and I had duplicates, we saved some for our friend Rita, Pastor Rita, who could not make it to the event. And for a couple of reasons, but one is definitely she's working on she hurt her knee as well. But there's a couple of reasons, but this is really cool. So these are called card fronts. Sometimes people swap card fronts. And what did I write on here? I wrote this one's for Rita. Okay, here's the person. It's Pamela Pruitt. I think I'm spelling it right. Pamela Pruitt. And Christmas banners, page 11. So here's the Christmas banners that she used. And I like a couple things about this. I'm going to leave these in bags because these are just card fronts. I like how she used the celebration silver paper from before. This was one of our freebies from the last celebration. Throughout this series of swag and swaps, or swaps and swag, this series I'm doing right now, I'm going to be sharing some celebration products as well. I can't open the catalogs in the celebration brochure, but I can share something that we did get, they were given to us. What I really like about this is how she used, like, say, Old Olive, looks like Mossy Meadow, Garden Green, and even Pear Pizzazz. I really like how she took all these different colors and made lots of greenery. And then she put her together these layers. So she used some of this balls of holly paper. She used, like, this would be a poppy braid background, and that looks like a cherry cobbler. And she just did all kinds of, like, different combinations. So it looks to me like she followed the method of die cutting everything first and then assembling later. And also what I like is that this is embossed, if you could see that on the background of these. Well, here, I better take one out for that. You can see how it's embossed on the background. And of course, who doesn't like the extra bling on there? So we are happy. Well, I'm happy with every swap. In fact, that's the thing. When you swap, what's great about swapping is when you trade a card, you're not, like, I don't have this, for example. I don't have this particular banners bundle. I don't have, oops, there goes a box. I don't have this either. This candy cane. So it's like when you trade with people, then you get things. I'm going to go ahead and do the annual catalog next. When you trade, you're getting things that you don't have and things that they do have, and then that makes it really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and put these on the floor for a second. Excuse me. Put these, because I need to make room on my very small table. Back here's a little sneak peek of the catalog. I can't open it, but that's a little sneak peek. And we're going to just do a couple things from the annual catalog now to change things up. And I also want to say hello. If you have any questions about what OnStage is all about, I'm going to explain how, like, say, how it works and how it's going to change for next year. So hello, Bonnie. Thank you. First time watching. Awesome. I'm glad you're here live. Hello, Janet. I got your happy mail. So happy. So happy. Okay. Hi there. Looking forward to seeing what you received. Thank you. Yeah, my voice is hoarse. Thank you. So we have 11 Lenexa, Sandy, hello, Sandy F. Yeah, when we were in the hallway, was that what I was exchanging? It's part of these. Okay, so Janet asked when I was in the hallway. There's some pictures in the beehive of our team meeting, and in the hallway we did this thing where you hold out 15 cards and then you trade 15 cards. So some of these are yes, some of these I did trade that way in the hallway. And so yes, I did do. It's very interesting how you trade. So that's one way to do a trade, but so that was like a sort of a assembly line trade, and you receive 15 cards and then you walk over and you get 15 cards. So for a little while you're holding your 15 to give away, and then you're trading you're then holding 30 cards at one point, and then the new line comes by and you have to then give them a card. And so at the end you got 15 cards and then you gave away 15 cards to different people than you got them from. That was kind of an assembly line one, but I like the more method of meeting people. Hi, I'm Kim. And then, they trade you. I like that method a little better. But either way, and I did about 70 in a different way. So I did 15 in one way and 70 in another way. Okay, and what I wanted to do now is show you this host paper. I wanted to change it up and show you this host reward paper. When you spend $150 through any catalog, whether you're a demonstrator, you're placing a demonstrator order, and that would be before a discount, or whether you're placing an order for yourself and it gets up to 150, or whether you're hosting a workshop and it gets up to 150, then you're eligible for using your rewards for this kind of paper. This is Design a Daydream, and it's 48 sheet pack of paper, 48 sheets. I really like it because it has 12 different patterns in it. And I want to show you a few things that are made from this. And of course, let me pull that away now. And I want to show you my favorite stamp. Oh, I thought I put where this birthday piggy was. Now I got to look it up again. I thought I put it in there. This birthday piggy was made by Kathy. She also made another, here it is, page 55. She made another one as well. So here's the one. This is my favorite. Oops, let me tilt my camera, sorry. Tilt this down a little bit like that. Because my catalog can't move because there's like a little suitcase straight over there that I'll be showing you later. Okay, so this is called a Z-fold card. So this is from Kathy Schmidt, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, backyard stamper. She's backyard stamper. And she and I trade a lot. You see the Wink Costello on the piggy? And this is called a gatefold. Sorry, not a Z-fold, but she made another one called a Z-fold, which I'll show you in a minute. So, for example, this is Pear Pizzazz, and you could see the shape here, and then this one here is Design a Daydream. Is it Design? Design a Daydream? Now I want to say Daffodil Daydream. I just said it a minute ago. Well, anyway, that's the host paper that I was just telling you about at the back of the catalog, where they show the papers. See how excited I get? And, I'm going to put a little note there, too, because there's a really cool punch on that. Not to digress, but we're going to look right here. Yeah, Design a Daydream. It is called Design a Daydream. All right, so that's one thing. Okay, Kathy, same Kathy. She made this bag for Rita, so we're sending this to Rita, so I wanted to make sure I show you this before I mail this tomorrow. And it is made from the same kind of paper. So you can see how the inside and outside of the papers just complement so well together. One of my favorite colors is Pool Party, and it's all in here. Pool Party color. She put some graham crackers in there. This is called a double fold, or a double pouch bag, I think it's called. Wait, I'm not really sure the exact name of this, but we're going to be making this in a tutorial very shortly. We all were up till 2:30 the other morning getting ready for OnStage. And one of the things she did is she taught Susan and I, Kathy taught Susan and I how to make this double fold pouch bag. She put some mints in there. You could put some tea in there. So pretty cool, right? Pretty cool bag. And then, of course, she used the Hello Ladybug and, other things. So it's really easy. And I'm going to be showing you that because I've already made, here are the ones I made in my lesson. Let's see if it's here. I made these two in my lesson from Kathy. I used the jingle, jingle, jingle. I don't have things that much in mine yet. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I started putting tea in it. I didn't get very far with filling these, did I? You don't even have to fill them, though. You could trade someone a 3D and give it to them flat, especially because it's easier for them to travel. But they hold candy canes, and I'm just thinking of things to put in them. Little mini note cards. Okay, so this is going to be a really cool project. You just use one sheet of 12 by 12 paper to create that with. All right, so let me keep going and saying hello. So yes, that was to answer your question. I did get 15 of these in the hallway, Janet. Okay, hello, Debbie. Hello, Debbie J. Hello, Terry P. And Carmen from Georgia. Hello. Doreen from Oklahoma. Oh, we have a friend from Canada. Leanne from Canada. Liz from Texas. I'm sorry, not Texas, Kansas. Sorry. That's a big difference. And hello from the UK is Trippin' with the Harleys. That's cool. Is saying hello from the UK. And Betty. Betty was at the OnStage too, so please, Betty, tell them how your OnStage was in Indianapolis. She's one of my team members. I had 3 team members sign up for OnStage this year. I'm so excited. So Betty went to one in Indianapolis, and then Linda went with me. You're going to see next, I'll show you something Linda gave me using the same Daffodil Delight. No, Design a Daydream, not Daffodil Delight. See, Design a Daydream designer series paper. Isn't that cool? She gave me a little calendar. Linda Huffman from StampCut and Create. So it's a little calendar for the next year. And she just went to a craft fair. She did really well, and she gave a little talk about her craft fair experience at our pre-party. She gave a little talk about how she does her craft fairs down in Florida. So she's pool party ribbon here. Anyway, I think these are the only 3 I have made with that designer series paper, but I just wanted to show you that designer series paper, which is super cool. And of course, I had to show you the piggy in part 1 because that's my favorite. This little piggy is my favorite. This birthday piggy is my favorite from the current set. So let's look at this one too while we're at the annual catalog as well. Yeah, so Betty's saying it's wonderful. Okay, Angela's asking which OnStage did I go to? Oh, thanks, Leanne. She commented about the bags. Okay, OnStage I went to the one in Jacksonville, Florida. There were 450 people there. And the night before, the day before the OnStage, not the night before, about noonish, we started crafting. We made 8 cards, which I'll be showing you probably in part 2 or 3. I'm going to look for the page for this one. Campology, page 80. We made 8 cards. We had dinner together, and then we all went to an event. Some of us went to an event called Center Stage, which was for silver elites and above, and that was by Stampin' Up. That was about 7 o'clock at night. We went to an ice cream buffet. So the event itself had 450 people there. The pre-party had 50 people in the pre-party. That was organized by my upline Hattie and her friend Jennifer Hill. Okay, this card here is created with Campology. I would call this a guy card. So this is really cool to give to, it's a masculine style card. And, it's just a really cool thing to give to guys because it's just using Evening Evergreen and Soft Succulent. And it's using this Campology stamp set. And it's just really cool. Let me see what the inside of these look like. We're giving one of these to Rita. When we have extras, I wrote Rita, whenever we had extra swaps, we threw them in a pile. 4 of us did that. And we have a big pile of cards for Rita too. Oh, okay, this is using the Hammered Metal, I believe it's called, 3D embossing folder. This looks really cool when you emboss it with metallic papers as well. So she put the whole card in the embossing folder. Usually I put a layer in there, but that's kind of neat. And she used some in color designer series paper. I believe that's from different, the colors are still current, but maybe not that exact pattern of designer series paper, but the colors are still current. And so that was from Campology. Let's move that. Okay, someone went to Pittsburgh, okay? So Angela's saying she went to the Pittsburgh OnStage, and she was saying, okay, she met so many people. Yes, that's the best thing about this OnStage. I didn't just meet like old friends and meet up with some friends from my team, which I hardly ever see. They're virtual, a lot of them. I met up with new friends. I met new friends, and so I'm so excited to meet new friends. That's what Stampin' Up's all about. It's a great community of crafters. We can all relate to each other, and we are like birds of a feather. So it's great to meet friends and old friends, new friends. I love it. So this new card I'm showing you here is from Decorated with Happiness, page 27, which is here. I'm back to the holiday catalog. I'm going to be alternating between the holiday catalog and the annual. And this is from Handcrafted from the Heart. I really like this business card. Okay, Renee Laporte. Okay, and I like the Wink Estella on the snowflakes. Now, everyone who created these cards, because you're seeing these cards, they're all different levels, different styles, different catalogs. We are all Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. We have what's called hobby demonstrators who don't want to do it as a business, or maybe they do, but they just don't get into it yet. I should say not yet. Oh, this is nice. I like how she stamped the inside of this card. This is cool. It says, wishing you a season decorated with happiness and wonder. Nice stamping, nice snowflakes inside. I like the Wink Estella, and I like that little, and I don't have this one either, so that's cool. So it's just one of these fun things that we get to know each other at events. We get to hear from other demonstrators. There were probably, I think, 7 demonstrator presenters, or 7 presenters, maybe not just demonstrators. One was from the company, and then we had other presenters. Oh, here, well, we'll do this one because it's part of this catalog too. It's from Aspen Dyes, page 46. So some people are from the company that present, and some people are from volunteer, demonstrators who volunteer to present. But it's a great deal because they get they present new products, but they get products from this catalog back here, the one that's in Hyde and Heather, this cover back here, and they get sneak peeks of products and they get to present with it. So that's really cool for them. All right, so the other day, before I left, I showed you my swaps from my team. They were easel fold cards. I'm going to grab the one that's created from this thing as well. So first I'll show you this swap from OnStage, but then this one's from one of my swaps in the mail because they both use this Perched in the Tree bundle. Let's see what this one is. Aspen Dyes. Put that over there. Jennifer Kalau is her name. It looks like a card front, and it is. It's pretty cool. So it has you see this? You just use a sponge or something, like a blending brush, and you can color the inside. And it's very vanilla, and it looks like there's a snowflake background embossed there. See that? But this whole thing can go onto another card. So when you do a card front, that might be all you do for your swap, but then the demonstrators can travel easier with them. Some of them fly, Jennifer Clow, and then some of them fly and some of them drive, and some of them only have so many supplies, and they make card fronts, and that's fine too. You can make a full card, you can make a card front. There are no rules. I mean, sometimes there are rules for swapping, but not in this particular event. So let me go ahead and show you this while I'm here, because this is a repeat from the other day. Because check this out. It's still from Perched in a Tree bundle. Pretty cool, right? Look at the little Wink Estella and the little birdie. This is an easel card. And this one's from my friend and team member in the Beehive, Vicky. I'm going to put that back over there because that's from another pile of swaps. So I did show that the other day, some swaps. All right, now let's do something. We're going to do something from the annual catalog because this die is so interesting to me. Now, I'm not sure where this one came from, so whoever knows where Happy Harvest Blessings came from, please let us know. Okay. I would like to know which, I know where this came from. These are the Daisy Punch. I know where this came from. I'm about to show you that, but I'm not sure about the sentiment itself. All right, so this is called Split Card Textures, and it's on both page 87 and 174 of the annual catalog. So let's go to 174 first and show you these dies, and then I will go, after that, back to show you some examples. So here is something called Split Card Textures. Okay, Indianapolis. Penny Pipes is saying she went to Indianapolis and she had a great time. So now you can see the places there was. Jacksonville, Florida, where I went. Indianapolis, where Betty and Penny went. So I wonder if Betty met Penny. That would be kind of cool if they did. Angela, who went to Pittsburgh. Okay, and I know there's probably one other place in the U.S., but I can't remember. And we also have, okay, so Split Card Textures is such a cool die. So while I'll take this out of the card. We also have an OnStage international event going on. And my friends from Guam, Sandra, and a bunch of them, Becky, they all went to Vienna. Yes, Vienna, Austria. So they went to the OnStage, and it was like the main one that was going on for 3 days. Cool. This is Crush Carry, it looks like. Pretty sure Crush Carry. It could be Bumblebee, but I'm pretty sure it's Crush Carry. And it says, to see these dies in use, look at this. You put it on the card, and it cuts out just part of the card. Isn't that cool? Isn't that a cool background? See these dies in use, go to page 86. So sometimes you're like, I've seen this catalog 20 times, and I never noticed these. Well, that's why I'm pointing out things to you. Isn't that cool? So these are what the dies look like, and they partially cut through the paper. So you can see kind of how those dies are in use. Pretty neat, right? Split card textures. All right, this one didn't have a name on it. And let's see if anybody answered where the Hello Harvest came from. Oh, Anaheim, California. Thank you. Sherry. Hello, Sherry. Sherry Dugan is here. All right, putting that back. I got to put a couple cards on the floor just to make some room. Okay, while we were in this annual catalog, we will look at this one here, because I know that's one from the annual catalog as well, page 97. And it is called Color and Contour. This one's been around for a couple of years now. Very popular, especially the scallops contour dies or scallop contours dies that go with this. They're very popular because they're just very versatile dies. I use them all the time as well. Okay, let's take a better look and see if we can figure out who made it. No, we cannot. I wrote Rita, but that's not who made it. That's who we're, one of the ones we're sending it to, because like I said, we have doubles. When we had doubles, we were trying to send it to our friend who missed the event. But there's the Scallop Contours dies in action. This is one of the most highest selling product we heard about. It's called the In Color Designer Series paper, and they told us that's a hot selling product in our catalog. And you've seen me use it for the Tea Boutique. And I wanted to talk about this because it looks like this little splatter here. And it's also something you can flick some ink on your papers, but that looks like the little splatter stamp. Okay, so that's pretty cool. And it looks like Sweet Sorbet, one of our ink colors. All right, this one, award-winning. I'm not kidding you. Okay, I'm going to tell you why. It's Charming Sentiments Bundle, page 38. We had this little so we had this thing where we made 15 swaps. And about 30 people participated, right? And that was in the pre-party, the day before we went to the actual OnStage event. And in the pre-party, we were able to vote for the best swap. And this one won, hands down. And the reason is the creativity of the swap. So this one, let's give her credit before we get on any further. And it's made with the Charming Sentiments bundle. All right, so the credit goes to Pam Morris from Georgia, another demonstrator from Georgia, like I am from Georgia as well. And I actually met Pam in Atlanta many years ago at an OnStage event, and I attended her pre-party hosted by her and Brian King, and I went to like this really fun party. Well, she was sitting at my table during the pre-party event, and I just love this creativity of this. You just take some circles, you can either use dies or punches, and you make a snowman, and then little snowman face. I mean, how cool is that? I love it for so many reasons. The vellum, look at the vellum on there. You got to see this. Oh, no, it's stuck. You can't see it. I thought it was floating. She actually adhered it, and you can't even see the adhesive. So cool. She probably put little dots behind the vellum. And then she used some glimmer paper, the little scarf with the gingham ribbon. And then this is the Charming Sentiments bundle. That's this one here. This bundle means that you can stamp a sentiment. You might not have noticed this in the annual catalog on page 38, but you could stamp a sentiment and cut it out with dies, and your sentiment is really nice and cut out. Now, you know, if there's no dies to go with sentiments, how much work we have to do with our ScanNCut to get them to cut out like that. We have to use the pencil trick. We have to do all these things. So to have this bundle, Charming Sentiments, it's pretty cool to have that. So let me go ahead and put hers back in the bag. And we'll go ahead and do something from the holiday catalog next, because I want to show you some swag from. Yep, her demonstrator. So Louise Cole, hello Louise, from the UK. She's saying, my demonstrator went to Vienna OnStage, and she can't wait to see her swaps. Oh yeah, those swaps in Europe are over the top cool, I can tell you that, because I was been to a couple OnStages in Europe, and they make a lot of 3Ds there. Those ladies are over the top. So I can't wait for people to share their swaps too. I like going to videos like that as well, because I get so inspired. So the reason you swap is not just to meet people. It's to be inspired. I'm trying to look for the one called, this one here. It's called Soft Seedlings, page 53. You get so inspired, and it's also just a way to find out about products that you don't already have and see how they're used. You're like, oh, that's what that does, or that's how that's used. Well, if you saw this, you might be like, oh, okay, right? You'd be like, that's not, doesn't look like much, but then when you look at it when you see it on a stamp, right? I mean, this is the leaf part of it, okay? Just gorgeous. So this one, and these are called like Tasteful Labels dies, And I'm not sure where this, maybe these are moments we'll look back on with joy. God, that's just such a great sentiment. Now, that's not from the soft seedlings, but this leaf was. So Jenny Stovall, she's on the Beehive team with us, meaning she's one of my Stampin' sidelines. Like, she's in the same team. We have the same upline. She gave everybody at our table one of these really cool gifts. So these are like table gifts you give to people sitting with you. And it is a sticky notepad, note set holder. Isn't that cool? So these are little sticky notes, and you can see how many sticky notes I use. Little hearts on them. That's very cool. And there's more sticky notes, and then you have Make Today Beautiful with a notepad. So I love packaging. I think it's so great. This is the Gingham Cottage Designer Series paper in the annual catalog. In a couple days, we're having a sale, and I don't know if this is one of them, but I haven't checked into it, but because of course they announce it while we're at OnStage, and I don't have time to read about it too much, but we are having a sale, and the one deal, I mean, some deals are cool, right? But the deal that I really like is when you get 20% off paper. So a lot of these papers, just look out for that. Look out for my announcement. If you're not in my newsletter, please sign up for my newsletter, because you will find out a lot of things about sales going on. So I will be doing a newsletter in the next couple of days, and I believe it's these papers from the annual catalog that are on sale. Now, maybe not all of them, maybe not all the specialty papers, but I know that they're papers from this catalog, as opposed to, I know Sun Prince is on there because I use it constantly and I'm getting it for my next kit. So I know that's on there. I use this one for my swap. I'll show you my swap at the end. I'm just showing you these other swaps first. All right, let's move along. We have Amazing Year, page 28. So let's see what that is. Page 28 of this catalog. Here you go. This one was made by my upline, Hattie. She gave these to us at dinner, along with some other really cool swag. So I told you this was called Swaps and Swag. So I'm going to show you this together with some swag. We will take a break and look at some swag. So this is called Amazing Year. And I don't know if I need to take it out, but you never know if there's anything inside. So Hattie, my upline, is Honeybee Stampers. She's in South Carolina. I like the Sun Prince paper behind there with the gray granite, neutral color. I love how she put some bling in the middle of the flowers. You can see the Amazing Year. I love how she colored the flowers. Yeah. Let's see what else. Oh, Starry Sky. So scallop towards skies again. Hello, Lisa. Better late than never. It's all good. Let's see what else. I like this embossing folder. I mean, what's not to love, right, about this card? So she put it in a package like this for us. So here's how it was packaged up. And I believe this one is Rita's. So Rita's part of our Beehive as well. So Hattie's my upline and Rita's my downline. So this is her package I'm going to be mailing her. I already opened mine, but I'm going to reopen it again to show you this swag. So what your team leaders tend to do is give something to the downlines. And I love the way this is packaged. Check this out. It is a cell phone holder. So my team is part of the Beehive. She got these from IKEA. Then she got them, I would call these, what is called laser cut in there with her logo from our Beehive. So my team's called the Papered Chefs, and then we all belong to the Beehive because that's my uplines team. Look at the way she used the new Fitting Florets Designer Series paper to package this. Look at the way she used this beautiful ribbon. Look at the way the label is layered. And then that slides in like this. And then she put the card in the bag and give everybody a card like this. Put it in here. And then she used this really cool, right here, like this silver-lined twine. And if this is too thick for you, you can use it for packaging. But if it's too thick, just take it apart and use it for something else. So I love all these like gifties and some things we have pillow gifts, we have swag. All right, let's do this one because it's also part of the catalog here. Butterfly Bestie, it's part of the annual catalog. Page 37, super cute. The Butterfly Bestie is part of the Butterfly Kisses suite. This card is a really neat fold made from the Best Butterflies bundle and using the Butterfly Designer Series paper. which I like because it's 6x6. I kind of like it. It's cute. I don't have these dies in stamp set. Okay, she went all out and made, she's an overachiever. She wrote all of her instructions. She did an instruction sheet. She did, this is Michelle Albright. Instruction sheet, measurements, layers. I mean, overachiever. This is amazing when someone does this in a swap. Love that. This one's for Rita. In fact, this wasn't my swap, it was Kathy. She gave it to me to give to Rita. That's why I'm doing it in the first part video, because that way I can mail these off tomorrow. Super cool, right? Look at this fold. So just playful. It's great for teenagers. It's great for with all the colors and the dies and the panels. I mean, I love cards like this. I like fun folds. I like colorful cards. Great ideas. Okay, this is another one for Rita, and it's another one that Kathy gave me to give to her, and it's from the Glad We're Friends. Kathy gave Rita a bunch of gifts, which was very nice of her. Glad We're Friends. See, I wrote the page number, page 51. 51. So that's where this one came from. And wait for it, there's a wobble spring. Boing, boing. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. And then Glad We're Friends. And it's using splattering technique and all that. Or just could be like little sand from one of the cards. This is called a Z-fold card, by the way. So that's another one from Kathy Schmidt, Backyard Stampers. All right, good, good. It's moving. I'm just want to move a little faster because I have to get through the things that I'm sending off, but I don't have to get through everything today. In fact, I'm going to do my suitcase in another video. I thought I was going to do it in this one. Let's do these two. And then let me see what else I'm sending off. Well, we'll show you some product. How about that? All right, so for this one, this first one uses, I'll do this one in my, well, here, we'll do this one first because it uses something from this catalog so it's using this Tidings of Comfort and Joy. We'll do this one. Decorative Circle Punch, which I love. A great punch. I mean, look at the versatility of it. You use one of the big circle dies, like layering circles dies. And then you use this Decorative Circle Punch. Okay, and then I wrote, what else did I write? Hope and Peace stamp set, page 40. Let's go to this page 40. There we go. Look at that. Tidings of Comfort and Joy. Look at these beautiful stamps from the Hope and Peace stamp set on page 40. Ooh, I'm just giddy with joy when I see. Oh, there's the vellum. There's the snowflake vellum that you saw in that card earlier. Thank you, Super Sanders 58. Thank you. I'm glad you like that. Lisa likes it. Wow, so pretty. Right? I know, right? Thank you. I'm Paula. Paula's here. Hello, Paula. She's saying she loves seeing all the swaps from OnStage. Oh, so do I. I could watch these kind of videos all day. So, yeah, Decorative Circle Punch. Many people don't use it, but that's because they don't know about it, I think. Honestly, I used it in my workshop series when I did the Season of Chic. Sorry, I'm just getting rid of some stuff on my table. So, let's see. Tidings of Comfort and Joy. I hope I didn't just throw away the bag of who made it. Not throw away, but I just threw a bunch of stuff on the floor, and I don't see a name on this one of who made it. Gorgeous. Merry Christmas. I just did put a bag on the floor, but no, this is the bag for it. So I don't know who made it. I don't know why they didn't put their name on the back because I really love to know who made stuff. But I do this a lot of times. I did this in the Rainbow of Happiness workshop series that I did last summer, I believe. A lot of you took my workshop series. Well, it was on YouTube. Anyone can take my workshop series, but a lot of you bought the kits for it. We did some things like this. I call these designer series paper panel cards, and it's a great way of showcasing your designer series paper. But there's so many things I love about this. I love that she took the twine and cut them and pulled them apart and made them all fuzzy. Like I did that with a snowman scarf. I'll show you on another card. So I just love it. I love like something got stuck. I like how she heat embossed this gold embossing powder Oh, I love so many things about this. And the inside and the card and it's evening evergreen. Super elegant. But yes, you must still give them away. Even if you love something so much, you must let it go and share the cards because people need this. They need joy. They need to receive cards like this. So share them with others. All right, what is this page for? Oh, that's the last one. That's why I have, except for the one that I made. So Splendid Day is next, and this is the card here. This was one of my, yeah, I love multiple ribbons used together too. Lisa's saying that. Sometimes I need to see how people are using an item to make me want to buy it. Yes, Paula, I agree with that concept, of course, because that's like, if you see samples, it makes you like understand how it's used more. And Super Sanders writing from Australia. All right, so this one is made by, I like this. This is a cool sticky note. She's on my team, Pam Clater. She's on the Beehive with me, meaning Hattie and we all share this, we all share the same upline. She's one of my sidelines. So Pam Clater, is that gorgeous or what? I like how she used the Hive embossing folder for this pot, for this Splendid Day. I like how she used the deckled rectangles here and everything. I mean, what's not to love? It's soft seafoam. See what's on the inside. She even stamped the inside. Overachiever, Pam. Gorgeous card. Gorgeous card. So here we have the Splendid Day Designer Series paper. You have this is the Splendid Thoughts stamp set. And it's part of the Splendid Day suite in this mini catalog. Love, love, love it. I love how she used it. Oh, maybe this was the one. Who's this one? This is it. I can give credit to the person. I thought I saw a paper there. All right, let's go back. We got to give credit where credit is due. And then put this in the bag. I was like, I thought I saw something. Okay. I said, why wouldn't they put their name in it? They did put their name in it. And we can figure out some stuff about it. She wrote, Lizzie Verdejo. Lizzie Verdejo. All right, she told us all the stuff. All the things. Stamps, Christmas season, hope and peace. Okay, Christmas season. That's what she used for these little things back here, Christmas season. Hope and peace is the one we looked up together. Paper, basic white, evening evergreen. Evening evergreen, right? Soft succulent. Okay, cherry cobbler, crumb cake, etc. Okay, she talked about the accessories she used. Top notch. And how she used the gold embossing powder with the Versamark ink. Gold shimmer. So yes, I'm so glad she put that in there. Because I was like, who'd make a card like that and not tell you who they were? What's because it flew out. All right, so the card that I swapped with, I created, is one that I created an entire course from. So right now, if you want to learn card making from start to finish, I did, as I was making 70 of these, or as I was documenting the process, I used the Sunprint suite. I used the Nature's Prints stamp set here for mine. And I was keeping track of everything I did. And I created a course that is over 2 hours long, maybe 2 hours and I forget how long, but it's over 2 hours long. And along the way, I showed you how to make these easel fold cards. Because some of you might want to know, so this is me, page 91. This is how I package my swaps. Some of you might want to know, how do you fold the card base? How do you score the card base? How do you stamp and then die cut? How do you cut the designer series paper in multiples? How do you sponge color? How do you make the easel fold card stand up, and et cetera, et cetera. Okay, that is what I teach you in my course. Because I decided since I was making so many of these, I would share the process along the way. Hi, Kathy. I've featured a bunch of your cards. Kathy's here, Kathy Schmidt from Backyard Stamper. And I featured a bunch of the stuff that you're giving Rita. So thank you for your generosity. And I'm mailing the stuff tomorrow, so I figured I'd better put it in part 1. So this is the easel fold card that I used to swap. And Kathy did help me finish these at the end when we were in, I would call it crisis stamping mode, to get them all done, which was super fun. I mean, it really was. Believe it or not, it was fun. All right, so I have a couple 3D things. And I'm going to get to this one just because so I can eat it, and then I'll show you a little bit of sneak peek of products. So this is one that my roommate, Susan, gave me. So it's called a pillow gift. It means like, you find something on your pillow when you get back, right? This is the box it came in. She didn't make the box itself. It's not made from our paper. It's more of like a box that she got. But what you can do to boxes that you get from other places is, and this is like a cracker box style, you can decorate them. So she used the gnomes to decorate them. The gnomes and the fa la la la. So a bunch of different products and some glimmer paper and some tags, putting a ribbon through the tags. It's just top-notch packaging. So inside of here was this candy apple. And I'm going to eat the candy apple, so it won't be around by part 2. So that's why I made sure that anything I'm mailing off tomorrow, I want to show you. Anything I'm going to eat, I wanted to show you. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So that's from Susan Edwards, Stampin' with the Cricky. And then this one here is from Hattie, my upline, at the end of that day where we did our event. I might show you this again because it might not be gone by tomorrow, but this little Debbie cake in a little box and a Stampin' Up! Shipping box. She made these cute little things to give out at the end of the event. I want to talk about the event in another video, the pre-party event, because I made 8 cards during that. So I will show you in another time. All right, but I do want to, before I show you these couple sneak peeks of products, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart because I achieved so much this last year from the help of you, my viewers, my customers. I really, really appreciate it. And I'm going to show you what's in this box in another video just because of time. I was trying to make each one like 40 minutes, but we've already gone a little bit longer than I thought. So let's do this. In this mini catalog, which I'm not allowed to open, which starts January to April, we have some really new, cool new products that we were able to get our hands on during this event on stage. One is these cute little embellishments that Rita picked out as her prize. And they are, well, actually there was Prize Patrol, right? So it's just that she picked out because I gave her the choice of what. So this one, Linda Huffman won. She's from ScanNCut and Create. She's my team member. She won this paper. I won these little guys I'm about to show you. Wait, and then Rita won these, and then I gave her a choice. Do you want these little guys or these? And she's like, I definitely want the flowers. And I'm like, I knew you would. So I get to show them to you. And they're cute. So there's 300 in there. And these are flat, so they can be used on glue dots. They're big enough to put a glue dot behind. There's a little pattern on both sides of them. So let's show you that a little bit closer. They're like kind of not plasticky. They're more like, I want to say they're kind of like, maybe they're plastic, but they feel like a little bit of a clay. Like they're not, they look like they'd be like easy to have the adhesive stick onto them, right? So hi, Diana. Thank you. She likes the box. She got the little daisies too at Prize Patrol. Angela got those. So can you hold the embellishment closer to the camera? Okay, so I'm trying. I don't know if my camera will focus when I get that closer. I don't know if it auto focuses, so I hope they're not too blurry. I'm touching the camera and I don't see it auto focusing. So hopefully for you it auto focuses. So there's 300 in there. Let me put them all back in there. I don't want to lose any. Yeah. Hi, Susan, just coming on. This is super fun. I'm showing you some products from the new catalog. Okay, so, oh, she won those too. Betty won the daisy embellishments. Yay. Awesome sauce. Paula, yep. I hope that was better, Paula, when you got to see that. Thank you, Leanne. Yes, I had to make Lisa, I made 70 cards because, how did I make 70 cards? I have the time. Well, you will learn about my process of mass producing cards. But really, it wasn't that great of a process because obviously at the night before we were still finishing them up. So maybe, but I did teach a process. I did show you how I created these cards, 70 of them in the course. So there's a link to my course and a coupon for my course. So you can go ahead and check out the course. It's called Easel Fold Card Course and it's in the description of this video if you want to take that course. But I think the coupon's only good for 2 more days. I'll put it in my newsletter. All right, so then this twine, okay, this is another product. It's called the 3 Twine Combo Pack. Coastal Cabana, Garden Green, and Pumpkin Pie. That's a new product coming out. Super cool. I love twine, so I was happy to get this prize. I was happy to trade for the daisies because you know me and flowers. I'm getting tired of them, but not Rita, not my other friends. All right, I can't open the catalog in front of you because that's against our rules. But I can take it off camera and, yeah, almost 2 a.m. Kathy's going 2 a.m. So here I am bragging about my card process, right? But then it took us till 2 a.m. But that was the last ones. Most of the parts were done, the whole bottoms. We were cutting out those wreaths. That was the hard part, there's Reese at the end. I'm just trying to look up the paper and what this paper's called. It's this new specialty animal print. All right, I can't look it up right now, but it's pretty cool. I mean, I can. Maybe it's a celebration paper. Oops, I don't want to get in trouble for having this. Here, let me just show it to you why you have something to look at while I look it up. We're not allowed to open the catalog on camera, so I'm like at this weird angle trying to look up stuff in this catalog. Here we go. Like an Animal. All right, duh, that's a good name. How did I not know that name? This is called Like an Animal Specialty Designer Series paper. So ready for this? Oh, we have 2 sides. So this is actually 12 by 12 paper. Linda, my team member, was gracious enough to let me, she knows I was so disappointed for not winning this. In fact, I stood up because in my head, I'm always like into positive thinking. I thought I'd won it because I wanted to win it. And I stood up and she's like, that's not your number. And I'm like, oops, I thought I won it. So then she split it. She gave me like some 6 by 6 samples of it because she won like the best prize. I think this is the best prize. Isn't that cool? So Like an Animal specialty paper. It's 12 by 12. You get 12 sheets of 12 by 12. And yes, there are things to go with it. So I can't, like I said, I'm not allowed to open the catalog. But, you know, super awesome patterns. This is like a cool, like draft type of pattern. Okay, on the back of, which one? I don't know. Oh, maybe there's a sheet that flew out somewhere, but isn't that cool? Okay, that's the back of that. And here's the back of this one. So we have silver, we have gold, we have mermaid-looking patterns. So we have animal patterns. It's just, and we're going to have some fun doing stuff with that. All right, so this is the sneak peek of this. They did give us a stamp set that's part of this. Beautifully Happy. So I'm going to be able to show, I think it's Beautifully Happy. Yes, they gave us that one. I'm going to be able to show you that. I can't even craft with it now. I just can't open up the celebration. But I do want to mention a couple things. This celebration, January to April, right? I mean, this catalog's January to April, and the celebration's going to be January, February. We went to 3 months before. Celebration used to be longer. It's going to be a much shorter period now. So when you like something during this period, you want to get it quick. You don't want to wait, right, to get that. So I just wanted to mention that. It's going to be shorter celebration period. You're still going to be able to earn lots of free things. Okay? So now, remember, in a couple of days, we're having a sale from this annual catalog. 10, 15, 20% off a lot of things. Stampin' Up! Doesn't have sales very often, but it's a seasonal sale. Okay? A couple things I want to mention. I want to thank Janet, my team member, for this awesome happy mail she just sent me. I won't read the inside of the message, but it has to do with, she saw me using, this is kind of an inside joke, right? She saw me using my blends to write measurements for one of my videos, and she's like, you need some pens, because I'm always losing my pens. So it's kind of an inside joke. I'm always losing things. She made these really cool sticky note holders that I taught how to make in the Hello Harvest when we did the, oh, wow, she did a double sticky note holder. Super cool. I taught you guys how to make these during my last workshop series. Well, it was not like last month, the month before. Okay, cool. Sticky note holders. I like these. I really like these. Thank you, Janet. Wishing you the loveliest day. Heat embossed. Gold powders. She made little nugget treats. This makes me so happy and so proud. Oh, no, these are actually miniatures, not nugget treats. And one of our double fold pouches we've been making in my series and in my course. And I love the gold embossing. So thank you for this Harvest, Bountiful Harvest package. Super cool. And right on time, because as we are done, these spammers have showed up, so it's time for us to go. Super Sanders, thank you for your comment. And Kathy, you won the DSP also. How did we not know that? I would have like stole it out of your bag if I knew it. No, I'm just kidding. So cool. I know, Betty, you love the flowers too. So I won't ask you to give up your embellishments because I'm okay with that. Talk to you guys later. Thank you for coming today. And stay tuned because there's going to be 2 or 3 more parts of this swag and swap series because I have that many things to show you. And before we go, here's a sneak peek of what's coming up. Look at this basket of about 60 more cards in here that I have to go look up of what's, this is going to be, I'm going to be looking up like what these are made of here. Be showing you those. And I'm going to be sending this to my team member, Rita. It is, well, I can show you This one's open. I just want to show you the one that's open. The Nourish and Flourish kit is what my team got for their swag. Okay, so they got the Nourish and Flourish kit. We won't go through the whole thing. And I'm just going to show you how we personalize this kit for our team, for my team, for the 3 paper chefs that went. This is how we personalize gifts. So like Hattie personalized gifts as well by sending me a bag, or giving me a bag, and I'm going to show you that later. And this is how I kind of personalize gift for my team. So when you're on my team and you go to events with us, you do get spoiled for sure. All right, that's all for now. This is the Paper Chef. Have a great day.